Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Boys, today we will discuss chapter 11 of class 10th, theorem 11.1. If two arcs of a circle within a bracket it is written are of two congruent circles, means two arcs of a circle are two congruent circles are congruent, then the corresponding cards are equal, right? Then the corresponding cards are equal. Boys, first of all, what is arc and what is card? Let's suppose we have two circles, right? Arc basically arc is some portion of circle like this. So A, C, B is your arc, right? This is your arc. What is chord? This is arc. And chord, if we join this line, so A, B, this is chord, right? This is known as chord. Fine. So what we have given here in this theorem, we have given two circles, A, B, C and D, right? We have two circles A, B, C, D, A prime, B prime, C prime and the D prime, right? We have given two circles A, B, C, D and A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime are two congruent circles, right? Are two congruent. Both are congruent. Both measurements are same radius. Congruent circles with centers O and O prime respectively. Fine. So that measure arc ADC, this one arc, right? This arc is equal to measure A prime, D prime, C prime, this arc. This is the thing that we have given here, right? So what we have to prove? We have to prove that the chord, this is chord AC. This one, the center of circles, right? What we have given? That was a circles with centers O and O primes and congruent arcs A, D, C and A prime, D prime and C prime. What we have to prove here? We have to prove that the chord AC, measure AC chord, that is equal to measure A prime, C prime. The chord measure A prime, C. We have to show that AC and A prime, C prime both are equal in measurement, right? What about the construction step? In the construction step, we have to join O with A and C and O prime with A prime and C prime. Look at this in this sense, right? Fine. So that they are making an angle. These are called central angles. So that they can form the triangles AO. right? So that we can form triangles OAC and O prime A prime C prime, right? These are our construction steps. Now we have to do statement and reasons, right? Now we have to do some statement and reasons. Maybe for the statement reasons we have to uh, raise the diagram. Possibility is there. Let's see the statement and reasons. Statements, reasons. What is first statement? Well, that is given. A Meyer A D C, that is equal to Meyer A prime D prime C prime. These are two cards, and the reason is this: it is given. Right? We have two cards that are congruent. We have two arcs. We have two arcs that are congruent. Now, if the two arcs are congruent, then definitely they form the congruent central angles, right? So according to this statement, Meyer angle AOC, that is equal to Meyer angle A prime O prime C prime. Why we write it? Central angle subtended by equal arcs of the equal circle, right? Central angles subtended by equal arcs are equal, right? Of the equal circles, right? Why we write it? So we write that because when two arcs are congruent, if they are in the same circle or they are in a congruent circles, then definitely their central angle must be equal, right? Why? Because equal arcs make the equal central angle in a congruent circles, right? Now we have to compare, we have to show the correspondence between the triangles in AOC, in triangle AOC with the triangle AOC with the triangle A prime O prime C prime, right? So what we have done here, we have to show that both triangles become congruent, right? To show this thing, we have to prove from our given and construction steps that both triangles become congruent by any three conditions, right? Might be two sides, one angle, two angles one side, three angles are three sides. So let's see what we have given here. OA and Meyer OA. This is the radius is equal to Meyer O prime A prime, right? Radii of the equal circles. Both are the radius. Look at here, OA and A prime O prime, right? Why we say that radii of the equal circles, radii of equal circles, because we say both circles are equal, both circles are congruent, so definitely their radius will be congruent. And what about the angle AOC, that is central angle? I am going to write here the statement reason again. Statements and reasons. Meyer angle AOC, that is equal to Meyer angle A prime O prime C prime. That is already proved, right? Already proved. So one side, one angle. Now what about the another side. OC, that is side OC and O prime OC prime. Measure OC, that is another side of the triangle. Measure O prime C prime. This one another side, right? And same reason, radii of the equal circle. Radii of the equal circles. So according to this, one side, one angle and another side, two sides, one angle, it's mean that triangles become congruent. So we say hence triangle AOC congruent to the triangle A prime O prime C prime, right? And what will be its reason? I have to write it a little bit down so that the steps will come in equal sides. Let's see. So according to these three conditions, the triangle AOC, what was the correspondence? AOC, that is congruent to the triangle A prime O prime C prime, right? And what is the reason? Side angle side congruent to the side angle side. This is the reason, right? So whenever you find that the two triangles become congruent, then definitely when two sides become congruent, two triangles become congruent, then their corresponding side, their corresponding angles are become congruent. So according to this reason, we say measure AC is equal to measure A prime C prime, right? A prime C prime. So A C and A prime C prime both become congruent, both become equal, right, in measurements. Similarly, you can prove the theorem in the same circle. This is our end. This is proof. We can say corresponding sides of the congruent triangles are congruent. The reason, if you want to write. Otherwise, it's fine. Whenever you say the both triangles are congruent, then their side become definitely congruent. So AC and A prime, which was our required proof, you can see I am going to highlight it. Look at it. As measure AC and measure A prime C prime both become congruent. So this was our requirement. Hope so, guys, you will understand it. And thank you.